start first.
Okay.
No, I think you only see this. Nah, but you still can. You use the computer, right?
Right, I am.
So you can see the small window here.
Right. I can see
Yes.
that small window definitely.
Yes. So the
But
big one
wait,
will now is wait, the setup should be.
let me try and make it perfect for you.
Yeah. Wait. Sini. Okay.
Right.
Now I copy
That link.
the link.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I received that link. Wait a second.
I think we already live now.
We are?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so let me just. Okay, I received that link. All right. Yes, we are. We
Yes,
are
already
live.
live, right?
Yeah, we are live.
We are live
Right,
now.
right now. Yeah.
Uh, and you see that everything under control. It's not, but it's delay now. Delay about 50 seconds, 50 or 20 seconds.
Right.
So perhaps your audio should be you must mute it because it's confusing.
Wait, is it like going back and forth?
No. Just like delaying. If after you talking, if you not unmute your audio from the YouTube, it should be.
Yeah. I actually closed that YouTube.
Yeah. So you should be the mute the audio, so you can.
Right.
But you still can see the live of it.
Right. 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 Right.
Now it's watching 4%.
Right. Welcome.
Okay, welcome. Nick, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good actually. How about you? The quarantine here is just it has been 2 months now. Oh no, wait, it's almost a month plus uh
Month left.
that we are here actually in Malaysia. So I have not been actually going out, and I've been doing a lot of work at home.
Yes.
So it's a very difficult thing, as this COVID-19 is, of course, we didn't ask for it, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I pray for everyone's safety, and I'm very worried for everyone, especially in the RCDrift community. I felt that this is a huge impact that affects everyone, even the economy, the pandemic. And I would pray every single day that if everybody would be safe, and we would continue our journey. Hopefully, this lockdown will end. Malaysia Prime Minister actually did announce on the 12th of May. They extended up to that date, so hopefully they will end by then, so we could actually go out and then do our usual
Usually activity, right?
right.
It's really killing me. Although in Indonesia, just for about, I think this the second period,
Right.
2 weeks for the, it's not closed down, it's the restrict movement.
Right. Right.
We call the PSBB. It's called like everybody cannot go anywhere.
Right.
If you're not very important person, you're not doing the important job, you cannot outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I still do. I still working from home, but I still cycling around in Jakarta. But only in the morning after working out, I back to the home, continue the activity all in the home.
right. But you know, this is live, right? Like people in
Yes,
Indonesia might know who you are.
yes, I know. Even the first time people said, "Why you still going out?"
Right,
Uh, but I have my own reason that because I need to work out.
right, right.
I cannot stay in home because it's make me sick. Work out,
Right,
but I still in the the regulation.
right,
Solo riding, keep distance.
right,
After riding, I go home.
right.
No chatting with the, no grouping with the others.
Right, right. We in Malaysia we have been actually talking a lot to our members, especially in Team ReveD Malaysia,
Yeah.
and we have been checking up with them if every day in their single day life that they are
Yeah.
doing okay. So at the same time, we are very cautious, and of course, we are very wary of the situation.
Yes.
But for now, we hope everything will go back as normal. Of course, we do check in time by time with different members as well. When it comes to RCDrift, we have Kojak
Yes.
and
Yes.
Tom.
I
So
already very long not hearing Kojak and Achong.
right. So we have been checking up with them because we are actually a very family-like community in Malaysia. So we do check in with each other. So we make sure and ensure ourselves that nothing would actually happen towards us, and we don't want sad news like they are infected or not like that. We don't
Yeah.
want anything to happen to them, of course. That's
Yes. Yes.
very important when we look into RC. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Mhm.
That's why I also keep touch with the Singaporean
Right.
friend like
Right.
Tahir. We always texting. Hey, how are you guys?
Right.
Are you still locked down? No lockdown, friend. Just
Right.
the restrict movement. Okay.
Right. Singapore right now, I think the most thing that I'm very worried about in Singapore is because I have a lot of friends there as well. And like I think like you said, Tahir and then Didi, right? And I have my brother there, what Rex from
Yeah.
Singapore Laboratory Dementia. I'm also very worried time by time because due to the infectious has actually been increased. I think 10 to
Yeah.
11,000, right? So
Yeah. I know.
of
I know.
course, we right now it's a little bit different how our life changes and stay at home, but we pray for the best. Hopefully, it ends early, and then we can resume our normal life again.
Yes. Yeah. We all hoping the best for this
Mm, mm,
outbreak must be over so we can do our activity right.
right,
Actually, the event, I miss the event.
right, right. I think this year the event is going to be a little bit less
Mm.
because I think after Corona virus or COVID-19 lockdown or quarantine, we said it's going to end. We are still going to be precautious of especially tournaments because when it comes to
Mm.
tournaments, there is of course we are not saying that other people, but we are of course cautious about gathering especially. So it's going to be a
Yes,
little bit different when it comes to tournaments. So hopefully, I think there is a plan when it comes to 2021. We will restart like a fresh start for RC
press
Drift.
start all.
Right, right, right.
So, you mean that after this year is no event, right? This year for this year.
Because now even we had a couple of talks between people, especially I did talk to one of the members of Team RevD, Zali, and also Simon. When we because they are a very famous organizer, and we think that it's very how we put it in words that we want everybody to ensure that everybody recover from this issue, then only we can start the tournament. Because right now even you see RCDC this year it's cancelled, where actually
Oh,
right we wanted to actually go back to RCDC because this year by right I'm actually joining to RCDC because I thought before the COVID lockdown and the quarantine we are actually planning to go to RCDC. I've actually planned this, but after the lockdown happened and then the pandemic, spread out, we decided to, hey, we got to take a step back and say, oh wait, RCDC is cancelled. So we also have to think of ourselves like, wait, so in this year, tournaments are not going to be available because RCDC is why they closed this as well is because they are not able to hold the regional qualifiers. So in Japan, so it's going to be
Mm.
a very issue because everybody from the world they can come over to RCDC, and that's going to be a problem. So I can see a smart move from RCDC. They decided to actually just close this tournament this year, even when we go for D110 World example, or even we call YIDM, they decided to just cancel it and make
Oh,
sure that,
YDM too.
right. That is what I heard. That's what I heard. I'm not
Oh,
too sure. I'm not too sure about that news, but I heard that there's a lot of tournament that is actually closed now, and we
yeah.
are very, very blessed and grateful that they think of us as well. And so far, hopefully next year we will recover and we will come back to all much more bigger and nicer events.
Yes,
So
yes, I hope so. Because before the outbreak, after I'm back from Japan,
right,
we already decide that actually this year we're not going to the YDM. We try
correct,
to the another tournament. It's like
right.
RCDC, but yeah, very unfortunately, this
Mhm.
outbreak is breaking everything.
Right. When we call about outbreak, it's about the pandemic, especially economy
Yeah,
wise. We are very in the downfall right now. A lot of people I can see in Malaysia when they're suffering. Some people are suffering. They don't have enough food. Some people they cannot go out and then they cannot do their businesses. Small businesses have to close, and then especially for like rentals, they are not allowed to excuse because it's a whole new cycle. When you do a business is basically if you have a business you have a rental, but if you do not
yes,
have a business there is no
yeah,
rental.
no rental.
So,
Yes, of course, of course.
yeah.
That's why. Oh, there. Sony, say hi to you, Nick.
Hello Sonny.
He
Hello.
miss you so much. Man with the dancing.
it's
You
been
remember?
it's been a pleasure actually to join so many RC events and gain so many experience, especially to gain so much more friends in especially in Indonesia. I love Indonesia, man. You guys have the most fantastic food. I love spicy food, so fantastic. And I love so many different people from different countries, especially a huge shout out to Korea. And we're talking about UK, USA,
Yeah.
and Thailand, Japan, and Singapore, and so many other countries more that we are planning to visit, especially like Hong Kong and Taiwan or China soon. Hopefully, if we get the opportunity, but definitely, I'm so blessed to see every one of you guys. Yeah.
Yes. Playing RC is make more friend, right?
Right. It's actually about the experience. When the bonuses is always about winning. Winning is always a bonus. But when you
Yes.
enjoy and you go to the event and you have good friends and good company, that's the most important thing that when it comes to RC drifting. And
Yes,
that's
yes, yes.
right.
For me, is making friends is the big goal. It's
Right,
not
right,
looking for the podium. It's not for
right,
podium, but
right,
podium is the bonus. But friends, the
right,
must.
right, right.
Nick, now you've been known by the ReveD team driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how about that?
Okay, I just want to give my huge thank you to Team ReveD Japan, especially to our captain,
Yeah,
representing
yeah, I know.
director, Minoru Aso. I want to thank
Yes.
him very much. And of course, our well-known brother, Ken Ong.
Oh, Canon. Yes.
And we have our another director and of course the development for prototype, Tomori Nakamura.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, no comment. No, yeah, I know.
and Hayato Yoshiba, especially the drivers, and tester for like Takahiro, lecture, all that, and Matsuzaki Hayato. Thank you. All of them has been giving me an opportunity to join this team, and I wanted because I've been known for RC for a long time to
Yeah,
actually give you guys an enjoyment of RC drift, and I believe that every product that is going to be out from RevD, definitely we will try to our best to you know uh, give you guys the best time and experience in drifting in the RevD products. Of course, we are pushing our best, and I want to give my huge shout out. Really, thank you so much to the opportunity for Team RevD. Thank you so much.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
a good choice. But I want to ask you,
Yeah.
what is the difference now between the team before that, after and now?
Okay. For RevD, there is actually a huge thing when it comes to RevD. We have 15 years of experience in RC drifting. But not of course definitely we are not talking about me, but we are talking about the team in RevD. They have that experience for 15 years. And I'm amazed. Of course, when I joined the team, I look very excited and look forward to see much more product coming out. From the previously, if you're talking, there is not much difference. It's just it's a brand new team then and a brand new product that we are trying to fulfill the customer end, and that's very important when it comes to all of the whole entire team and
Yeah.
RC community market. Yeah.
I just hope the RC drift world like this is
Mhm.
growing, not not running.
Right.
Still keep growing for the R&D, the
Right.
competition. Like it's like, oh, Opan say hi. Opan say hi. Is he 15? Opan.
Hello.
Opan Sony.
Hello.
Oh, many things. Hadi.
Yes. Hello, guys.
Oh, ini there is a Mr. Sony, same different person but the same name, Sony Avianto. That
Mhm.
he say that can you show can you demo your car for drift on the track? I think Sony, sorry,
Yeah.
the track is closed. So
It is.
we here just chit chat, just
Right.
chatting,
Right.
just telling the story,
Right.
just give share the setting, right, Nick?
Right, right, right. And
It,
because now the shop actually is now currently just a little information for you guys. D1 MGP is currently right now is a brand new owner and a brand new representative for a RevD track. Used last time this name was used on my tournament. We will call it
mm,
D1 MGP.
D1GP, yes.
Right, right. So after that, when I left that company from Nick Yokomo, this new person that actually came in and when they talk about D1 MGP, they were very fascinated about the event and the drifting when the previous last event when we were talking at my app's hobby Sedang. So they were
Mm.
like really very excited. So when they took over that company, they actually decided to name it D1 MGP as a legacy of the
Okay.
tournament that we used to have. Right,
Or
right,
just use the last
right,
name from the
right,
event. So
right,
actually, Nick, I
mhm,
think my friend in Indonesia was considered uh,
right.
where the track available in the Malaysia. I think in Kuala Lumpur,
Hmm. Okay,
available track.
okay, there is so many nice tracks right now. We have D3 in Sedang, where we call it what do you call it? It's nearby the mines. It's at South City Plaza. It's at Siri Kembangan, if I'm not
Sri
mistaken.
Kembangan.
Right, and then the other one is the D1 MGP that it's in Puchong, that's
Uh,
currently closed as well. Then next we have RC Studio. RC Studio has been helping us with the video last year that makes like the tournament very professional, and they actually collaborated with last time my old company. And but right now I'm not too sure if RC Studio is still open, but I do see their Facebook page that they still sell things online. And of course, I think that you can maybe try and message them and see if they have much more. much more like if they have a shop or they have much more product. I'm not basically too sure because right now the only shop that it's quite well known is actually the D3 Arena, of course D1 MGP, and recently as well there is a track called this is a like a setup track on Saturday and Sundays. The beginners will go and
Okay.
set it up there, and then they will play it there, like how Singaporean used to do. Like they set up the track on that day, and then they will clean up
Okay.
that on that day. They will just clean it up. So it's at
Oh.
Shah Alam, but it's not a shop or anything like that. But
Oh,
in Malaysia,
just a track like a Singaporean, right?
right, right. But in Malaysia, there is Penang. That's RC Dreamland. Very,
Yes,
very
yeah,
nice.
yeah, very nice. I already.
Right, right.
But I
And
heard
that,
the
mhm.
Demand is moved, right? Moved from the mall.
Right, it's now moved from the mall, and the track is amazing. I have been to
Oh,
RC Dreamland. It has been the most amazing place that I've ever seen. It has been amazing because when you see the last time how they grow
yes,
to
yes.
now,
Mm.
it's a huge step up. And especially
Oh,
how James is from RC Dreamland, that's the one of the Team ReveD Malaysia distributor in Penang. He actually do body shells. He concentrate on the customers first. It's amazing. And JB, we have DC Drift Culture, and then we have JB. We have Pasir Gudang Zali JBD track
really?
in
Oh,
Johor. Right,
on
right.
your oh, you have the track too.
Yes, yes, yes. Two
Oh,
actually. So
two actually.
very good, very good. So we can see progress going up, and we are very happy to see this track actually boom. Like
Growing.
RC will
Yes.
go bigger and bigger. So that's really good.
So I think in Malaysia, RC Drift future is very good, right?
Hopefully, because now we can see there is new people coming into our track. Of course, when I go to D1 MGP, when I bring my car there, and when I want to test out, let's say I receive one of the brand new
Yeah.
RevD example like servo, right? I want to test it out there. When I go and test it out, I can see there's a lot of beginners, and a lot of beginners has been coming into the track that we never seen before, and they really enjoy RC drifting, especially when they buy a new chassis, and then they come in and then they say, hey, this is we can give them tips, if we know like what setup is good for them, then we can help them and make sure they enjoy drift.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah,
But
hopefully.
yeah, this is some question for
Okay,
roadside RC. I don't know the name, but
okay.
the title is roadside RC. He said that, can you drift at your home? How do you tune your vehicle when when you cannot get the such a regular location? Yeah, maybe he think about what about this timing we cannot go outside. Or how can you tune? I thought your setup in your
Okay,
home.
okay, I get it. So when it comes this is a very basic thing to actually understand, and I and you actually Albert, we had a understanding in Japan recently,
Yeah.
and we want to understand settings when we go to a track, or no matter what surfaces is at your place. Make sure you have a big table, of course, and then you
Yeah.
have your chassis there. Make sure we talk about camber, we talk about toe in, toe out, and make sure the chassis is all balanced, especially your anchorman must be good, and your boost, depending on what kind of surfaces you are, and your pinion change. If it's too slippery, I'll suggest you to go a little bit with a smaller pinion. Uh, and if it's like a carpet, we go with usually a bigger, huger pinion, so more direct power feel. But I feel yes, you can play at home. I do so myself. I do have a garden, but it's a
Yeah.
very small garden, but I do have a circle track. So what I do is my surfaces, as example, is just a tiles, but it's a little bit grippy tiles, right? So what I will do
Oh
is
yeah.
it depends on the settings of what I'm driving there. So if let's say my camber is totally flat, like zero, so I will
Okay.
feel that movement and that speed first, and how it switches, how it drifts. It takes time by time by setting up your car with the new surfaces, especially when we talk about carpet and we talk about asphalt, we talk about tiles. it's all about different surfaces with setups. So it's all different surfaces without the same setup. Of course, it's not going to be the same. So
Yes,
it
yes, I know.
has, yes, it has a possibility to actually play at home. We do suggest you guys to do that. Even I stated a lot in my Facebook that I want to try this item. I'm installing this item. Yes, you can play at home. Yes, you can do so, but make sure you have a space. That's number one. That's very important. And then you have your tools around, your chassis around, and then you want to meddle with your anchorman, and we want to
Mm.
talk about camber. That's all a little bit much more technical setup. I'm a little bit worried if we are talking this on live. It's a little bit difficult for me to actually show because
Yeah,
we don't know
yeah,
what surfaces they are at. So um,
yes,
so it's a lot of things when it comes to play, especially when we talk about dampers as well, springs as well, and soon we might talk about the new springs
yeah,
that we
yes,
received, and it's a really amazing springs. There is, like I said, you can play at home. Make sure you have a bigger place or maybe just a circle place. You won't disturb anybody walking around, then should be
yeah.
okay, no problem.
But if you family man, above all thing is your wife permit. I don't get the permit, I can
Right,
play at home because they left the scratch. So
right,
yeah, if
right,
you get the bigger place or nothing, if you don't have permit, it's no way you can play it.
right, right. Make sure you get permission from your family members, and then especially if you have kids, RC drift is a 110 scale. If when you
Yeah.
see it drifting, it's like a 20, let's say 20 kilometers miles per hour. It's not fast when we see it, but imagine 110 scale. You times that 10 times 20, it's 200 kilometers per hour for that
Yes.
110 scale. So it's equivalent to 1 to 1. So make sure you are aware of the things that when you see, if you have kids around, and if
Yes.
you make sure they are safe at one place, or like what you said, ask permission from your family members before you do drifting inside
just
the house. Yeah.
just watch out your toe and your family toe, I think.
Right, right,
It's
right,
very, very dangerous.
right.
Nick, I think
Mm.
everybody is curious, but like Opan say, hey
Right,
Opan, hey guys, please share setup about your
right,
setup. Okay, Nick,
right,
I already see the product all from ReveD.
right,
The first thing I see that uh, ReveD was announced. The first time is for the lower arm, right?
right, right.
The new lower arm. After
Hmm.
that, uh, they released the front knuckle, right?
Right,
All that from the product
right,
first release. I
right,
see that the revenue was concentrating the focus on the front side,
right, right,
right? About all the light
right,
weight.
right,
Can you explain it? Why they release the product for the first the
right,
first batch is the from the front side, not
right.
the rear
So
side.
okay, before I explain this, I just want to state out about RCDC because I saw one of the chats here on my
Yeah, yeah,
phone,
yeah.
and they said about RCDC was not cancelled. But I just like to stress it out to all the viewers. I
Okay, okay.
just heard the information, but other than that, like I said in this conversation, I am not too sure regarding RCDC because I hope if it's I'm not too sure if they're cancelled or not. But I saw in the chat one of our viewers that's actually watching
Yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah.
he's letting me know that actually RCDC is not cancelled. So I'm not too sure, guys. Talking about RCDC cancel or not, I just heard the news. That's all the news that
Yeah.
I've heard. But if to get
I
more
hope
information,
I hoping it's not canceling next
I
year.
also hope that way because I really do want to register myself
Yes.
in this year. So I would like to apologize ahead if I give out the wrong information. But I want to say that about RCDC, I'm not too sure regarding this competition because I'm not too much hands on about the RCDC competition. So I would like to apologize ahead right outside. So we were talking about RevD lower arm and knuckle. All right. So the first thing when we talk about production wise, RevD, the team in RevD actually gave out the production by testing period. So I've actually seen, and actually like you see in my previous YouTube videos in Team RevD Malaysia where they actually uploaded my video. I did have a sneak peek of that chassis. So every item that is used in that chassis has been properly tested and to ensure people to, okay, this part can be used. So this part is perfect. So why they come up with the lower arm? Because the lower arm basically has just two holes for the damper. That two holes
Yes.
for the damper usually is much more than enough that ReveD actually given out to you guys to actually enjoy and try with doing that two damper holes. It's more than enough. And when we talk about the lower arm, is actually we're talking about the lightness. Every time when I stress this out about the lightness, it's all about how much effort that when we play a chassis, all right, if it's very heavy, last time when we used to play counter steer,
Yeah,
right,
control
you,
steering.
you can
Yes.
feel if it's heavy, it's so difficult for the front to actually control that. But when we
Yes.
talk about lightness, the first thing we talk about lightness is about traction, and then second we talk about lightness, we are talking about easy to control. And when something is so light, it will very easy to maneuver the movement. And I
Yes.
felt very amazed with how the product was released. And the first thing that when they released this knuckle, they were sorry, when the first thing when they released the lower arm, they assure that okay, I tested this, I want this product to let other people enjoy. So the first thing they launched was the lower arm. So when they launched the lower arm, after that when they launched the knuckle, they give you guys only two holes, right? And in the state
Yes.
the YouTube video, that two holes has actually two different KPIs. So one KPI on the outside, in the previous statement that you guys can see,
Yeah.
it actually has a quicker response, definitely much more quicker when the steering as well when you adjust going out in. But like I said, the only thing is why RevD make that couple of section of holes, because the the tester, and especially after they tested it, they ensure you that okay, wait, we don't want customer to use too much, right? Of course we want to make sure they use these two holes, prefer like their preference, and then they will enjoy the product depending on your surfaces and your track. So
Oh,
of course the knuckle itself is also lightweight. We were talking about lightweight. Why RevD is so concentrated in lightweight is because it's when the I always stated about lightness, and I think Indonesian drivers also have a lot of chassis that's very light. And when you guys like light chassis, you guys can see how your action control is, how you maneuver the drifting, and
yeah.
how you process and you show your drifting with a quick action, fast response, and speed as well. So yeah.
I because in Indonesia was become the trend.
Mm-hmm.
The lighter your car, the
Mm-hmm.
fastest your car, the
Right.
fastest you get.
Right.
Actually, I little bit agree, but
Right. Right. Right.
still not totally agree because if you too
Right. Right.
light,
Mm-hmm.
the 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 top speed will reduce because I think we know the the power and weight comparison.
Right.
So maybe there's a limit for the light.
Right. There is always a limit towards when we talk about lightness. That's why when you see RevD knuckles, right, there is
Yes.
actually two holes coming out from the front. That's actually once you set up your whole entire chassis and once it's actually balanced, you can actually add weight on it if you want to. But like what I said, that RevD is actually concentrating on the lightness of the weight. So that's the main thing about the lower arm and the knuckle. But actually, the first product that is actually launched is the servo. So the servo is
Oh,
the
okay.
main key. Actually, the first thing that actually launched was not the lower arm, but was the servo and the US.
Servo.
Right, right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, sorry. I forget that
Yes.
the first time is servo, right?
Yes, it is. So the first time RevD came out with this servo, definitely we were talking about lightness. That is one of the topic, and then it does come with a separate purchase of a USB, but it comes in five different keys
Setup. Yeah.
setup. Right. So it's very one of a very very nice servo as well. I think it's a very recommended servo. Everybody can afford and purchase that servo as well.
Oh yeah, Nick.
Right,
For the for knuckle,
right,
for knuckle, I saw that they have the two holes, right,
correct,
inside and outside.
correct.
What is different at that?
So in the earlier of the videos when I actually stated in Team ReveD Malaysia's video, we actually got a lot of feedback that is actually the same feedback. If you guys seen back in that video, is actually we were talking about the quicker response steering and then your angle that you open, it's not as much as when you take the inside hole. So there is two different KPIs. So why I always suggest the outside, when you see the end of the clip of that video, you can see actually Jay Liu from Team ReveD Malaysia. We can see how he write that feedback on his Facebook, and of course he performed very well using the outer hole. Depending on that surfaces, of course, as the track, we actually see the effect of taking the outside hole is definitely you get a much quicker response in the steering.
Okay,
Downside, not much, right? If you take the inside hole, right? So if you
inside
take
inside hole, you mean
right,
the near of the tire, right?
right, outside hole is near at the tires there, right? Correct.
Okay,
So if like we are talking about the inner hole, right? If you take about
okay.
the inner hole, you will still get that steering response, but like I said, it's you are going for much more deeper angle, more curved angles in that track itself. Like I said, everything for it doesn't mean one hole is for like bigger angle, another hole is for lesser angle. No. It's not about that. It depends on the surface, like carpet or tiles. That's very important as well.
But uh, carpet, I think it's not common right now. I think
Ah, carpet. You mean the
only.
usage of the carpet, right?
Yes, yes.
In Malaysia, like D3 right now, Siri Kemangan, if I'm not mistaken, they still use carpet. Some of them in Malaysia, we still play carpet, but some of us, we do play polished concrete. So it's so much two different varieties of surfaces. That's why when they come, usually when we set cars, like I see one of the usual customers that actually he come to the shop and he always plays in D1 MGP. Then after that, he set as much as he feel comfortable and he went to carpet. The only thing that he changed was his pinion.
Oh, from polish concrete to the carpet.
Right. I was very surprised when I went to D3 and I just see he just changed actually just the pinion itself. But he
Oh,
then when I asked him a question, he was like, I've already set up my car. It's perfect. It's nice. Uh, I just need to change the pinion for the power size on the carpet. So yeah.
okay.
Right.
He just set up the power output only, yeah,
Right. Right.
so not change the chamber, caster, suspension setup.
Right. Right. Right.
I agree on that because I think if your setup is right,
Right.
different different surface
Mhm.
is not so matter.
Right.
You just need
Mm.
adjusting the power. I think like you change
Right.
the final drive, like
Mhm.
changing the pinion or the spore,
Right.
right?
Right.
Nick,
Mhm.
uh, I think now the last one is for RevD release the spring, right?
Right. Recently, RevD actually released a front axle and the springs. So for the front axle, I have my chassis here. Actually, I don't know
Yeah,
if you
yeah. So yeah.
that
Okay,
background.
okay.
So this front axle is actually very simple to install. The main thing here is actually how we can say this. If you unscrew this part, you can change the hex between they give if you buy a set there is 2.0 or 4.0. So with the
Okay.
hex it comes is actually 4.0 already. So if you add on 2.0, it will be 6. But if you add on that 4, it will be 8. So it's a very straightforward thing. And the other thing that I actually like about the this entire front axle, Of course, the weight itself much more better, much more different. And we were talking about this. We have actually, if you guys can see, there's a spacer here that is actually connected to that screw. So when you, before you screw in to that front axle, there's a spacer here. So you can insert that screw between that spacer. So when you screw it, no matter how much you tighten it, it's such a good thing that it will not scratch your bearing. So
Oh,
it's smooth. So no matter how, I actually recently tightened this. So if you guys can see, if I spin it, I never loosen it at all. It's really tight and smooth all the way. And one thing I like about talking about this front axle is about what's the option that they gave you. Last time when they gave you the hex, it was
yeah.
either a 6, a 5, a 8. You actually have to remove it with a 1.0, or either if you're
Yes.
using a plastic, you have to remove that, and then you have to take out the small what do you call
Pin.
that? Yeah, the pin,
Yeah.
the
Pin,
joint,
yeah.
and
And
then
if you lose it, it make you crazy, right? If you
correct.
lose the pin.
So
I hate
ReveD
that.
has actually taken a very good step by actually giving you changeable hacks, and depending on your offset that you want to use and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really good easy way for people to actually when they buy this, they want to try a different kind of offset, they can actually just
Mm.
unscrew this, pluck it out, change a different kind of offset, and they can change and play around with their rims. So it's a very good thing. It's a very nice product. And recently, RevD actually also launched the spring box set. This
Oh,
is
it's the new one.
right, right. This is actually the brand new spring box set. One thing that I really like about this entire spring box set is about how much that they give the instruction right at the back. They come in two different type of language, especially Japanese and English. So when it comes to English, this whole entire set, if you guys can see, if if you take the bottom one, I don't know if that webcam can
Oh,
continue seeing like that. If wait, let me see if I can change my, if let's
ah, yes. The
the
light, the light.
right, let's change the, all right. So if you guys can see, if there is basically if let's say the coil spring is double right in the below, it will has a different effect. If the coil spring is double on the top, it will still have a different effect. But the chart here itself is one of the most best explaining chart for all the beginner people. So especially if you use it depends on your weight. So depending how heavy you are, they will recommend you to use what kind of spring. Meaning, if it's super heavy, example, they will ask you to use that certain spring. So you have to actually weight your car, and it will just magically do it for you. Of course, there is so many explanation when it comes to dampers and spring. So I recently write a blog on Team ReveD Malaysia's website page. I translated actually what Takahiro teach about springs and damper positioning. Everything it's on that website. So if you guys purchase any of RevD items, you guys can go on their website, and then you guys can check out the blog, and then you guys can test it out for yourself. But like I said, it's a very straightforward, very easy installation process when it comes to the springs. It has a very nice, amazing packaging when it comes to the box.
Yeah.
I really
I,
like it.
I love it because they have box,
Right,
right? To keep
right,
the spring still on it.
right.
So, the diameter and the height of the ring, the spring is same like Yokomo.
Well, I actually could not give you that information because I myself, I have not actually installed this item on my chassis because recently I've been making a brand new video. So I'm still in a testing phase. I haven't go in very detail in depth about these springs yet because I'm waiting for that new video that I'm going to shoot soon, talking about these springs. And of course, we're talking about the hacks. Of course, the hacks and the springs will be in the brand new video, but I would definitely check out the diameter and everything like that. But for now, I could not give you that information because I have not get myself hands on totally with this springs yet because I just recently got it. But because due to that COVID-19
Yeah, yeah,
delay. So I recently only got this, but actually this item has actually been launched, but I just only recently got it, so I could not. I'm sorry, guys.
yeah. And you cannot test it because
Right.
the track is closed, right?
It's not only the track is closed, but I of course want to go much more in depth and detail when I want to go for ReveD products, because when you guys buy, or any of you guys buy the ReveD products, of course I want to make sure you guys get what you guys are looking for. So I must actually look into the specific, like what you said, the diameter, the spring size, everything. Is it like the same with a different spring set, or I want to go much more in detail. Of course I will make a video of it, but soon, I hope maybe after this interview I will try and make one video with it, of course after testing and shooting as well at the same time.
Yes, yes.
Mm,
Oh, we wait for it. For
definitely.
it. Hey, hey, Nick, it's
Yes.
Miko. Miko, you really remember Miko?
Hello,
Miko from
Miko.
USA.
Hello.
It's almost 12 hours different, like Miko.
Right, right.
Oh, already awake this so early morning. It's
Right,
not
right,
sleeping, I think.
right.
There's a Nuzul Petra too. He said that, hey, everybody, what's good? Nick, what's recommended bearing to go with the axles? So
Hmm.
Nuzul asked you about the recommended bearing.
Well, I in last time when I used my chassis, and we were talking about the olden times, I was using the Yokomo chassis with the front KPI knuckles, right? So I was using the bearings was the ceramic bearing. So what I'll do is actually last time Ken actually taught me this. Remove that's a small little bearing there, like the cover, and I'll remove
Oh,
it
oh, the
and then
black one, right?
right, right. Like, like,
The black
like
one.
you used to do as well. So you remove it and then you wash it, and then
Yep.
after that you wait it soak into. We wash it. We were like a cleaner, like a grease cleaner, some sort like that, right?
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, yeah.
And then
Ah,
we put it in, and then we were at Yatabe at the time, and then we start drifting. It was like, whoa, it's so smooth. It does not
yes.
stop. I think ceramic bearing is pretty good. For now, I'm not too sure if there's any other bearings, but I kind of like ceramic bearings until now. I'm
Yes.
still using the ceramic bearings. So, uh,
Uh, Ceramic bearing is very, very good, very smooth, but
right,
uh, ceramic bearing cannot be dirty,
right.
If you dirty, it's very,
It's difficult to actually
difficult to,
maintain. So
yes.
we call this the nitro. If I'm not too sure if you know the brand.
I
One
heard
of
it, yeah, nitro, yes, yes.
one of our
Like
friends.
WD-40, right? It's like
We don't actually
cleaner.
call it WD-40. We actually if you know Kojak from Malaysia, when he goes to the track,
Yeah.
he has this brand called Nitro, if I'm not mistaken, and then he starts spraying on that bearing because it has a lot of dust. So he wants to clean that bearing before it starts putting back in. So what he'll do, he will spray that Nitro on. I think you guys need to Google it yourself, and then he will spin that bearing. So all that water and all that nitro water will come out. It will clean that bearing inside. All the dust will definitely fly out, and then he will look and make sure that if there is a little bit more particular of the dust. So if it does not, then he will just install it back into the knuckle. But so
Yes, yes.
far, I think so maintenance on your chassis is very important.
Yes, I know.
Right.
Especially the ceramic bearing because ceramic bearing
Right.
is more need more attention
Right.
for the
Right.
cleaning. You
Right.
must maintain the ceramic because I think the less maintenance is the ball bearing,
Right.
but ceramic bearing very very smooth, but you need more maintenance.
Maintenance, yeah, because we have
Yes,
in that track, we also have Raymond. Raymond, and I'm not too sure if you remember Raymond. Raymond is he is one of we call the most amazing maintenance guy. We always see him maintain his car every after time he play his car after the track. He will go back to home and then he will start maintaining his car again. he's a very hardworking person when it comes to maintaining his car. Especially when we talk about Kojak as well. He's a very, Kojak has been a very experienced person when it comes to RC drifting, and we respect him in a way that with his experience and how he actually maintain a car. So we
Yes.
huge respect for people that actually love to maintain their car. But like I said, there's nothing wrong if for people out there, if you guys don't have that time to maintain your car, I would suggest take once a month to go in, dig deeper and maintain that car. So so
Yes.
you will have a smooth drive. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the point. I just maintain my car maybe
Right.
about 2 months,
Right.
2 months doing the open. It's no time for that. Just keep playing.
Right.
Hey, this is I don't know, 1 2 3 can one. He said that any plan for ReveD to make an ESC?
Ooh, this
Hard
question, I
question, huh?
do not have the answer. I honestly
Uh,
can tell you, I do not have any answer of that. Because in my YouTube channel, I always put you guys first. Especially, I always want you guys to uh, get the good scoop and upcoming scoop. But if I don't have the information, because if I don't have the information, I cannot promise you guys something. I don't want to give you guys a false sense of information. So like I said, I haven't heard anything yet. I have not. And if I heard something, of course I can tell you, but I'm sorry, I don't have that information. But I
Please
think it will, I
don't ruin the moment of surprise, right?
it's not a moment of surprise. It's about, I'm not sure, because if I gave a false sense of answer, it will be a very bad thing for everyone and every user. So I suggest that if there's any announcement, check out www.teamrevd.com. Check out Takahiro's blog. If there's any brand new thing coming out, please check out that website and his blog. So there is upcoming new things coming out. Of course, he will announce, or Team ReveD will announce. And once, if I get a hands-on that and I'm able to show you guys much more detail, I will do so. Of course, I want everybody to enjoy everything. So yeah.
Please, the first thing, let me know.
I I cannot. I have to be. If I know that information, I think before you know, or before I know, Takahiro or Team RevD will actually post that. So by the time they post, I think you should know. So I
Oh,
cannot, yeah.
it's not surprise at all.
Right, right.
Okay,
Hmm,
Nick,
hmm.
Nuzul as again, will RevD will be releasing new set of the bearing. I don't,
Bearings.
yeah, for bearing.
Okay, like I said, every parts that they do prototype, like I said, I don't have any of information given from prototype parts, because every testing phase, the team itself will ensure and make sure that product is good. Then they will take, maybe they will take a sneak peek video, photo, maybe, and then only they will plan to test it few more rounds. Then only maybe they will launch, but I don't know about that. I don't know what's their testing phase. The only thing that I know is, um, if I am able to receive or something new, then of course, yeah. But for bearings, I don't have any news yet right now. I'm not too sure. So I think you guys still have to tune in www.teamrefd.com. Shameless plug.
Oh,
Right,
okay, that's a
right,
very good
right.
information.
Uh,
Next,
it's not secret, but because I know for a fact, as a English entrepreneur and information giver, all I have is what is given to me. But if it's not given to me, I don't have the answer. That's why I could not promise any specific or surprise this and that. No, of course not. Of course not. Because I really don't have the answer. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Really, I really don't know. Mm.
okay,
Mm.
the last question from me.
Okay.
Uh, for FD, for
Okay.
FD,
Mm.
uh, uh, I think can you tell us about what the point of vision, point of view vision about the direction, the company direction with the RC Drift company, RC Drift World, I think.
Okay. In when it comes to RevD, if you guys go to their website, and when you see under their company details, they actually stated there, and I believe this very, very strongly when it comes to the team. When I see them, and I'm very grateful once again to be part of them and with them, and seeing them, actually their motive is to ensure everybody enjoys the product of RC drifting. That's number one. Number two, they want to give every experience they have into making one good part for you guys. Of course, in the future, they will be coming out much more nicer brands, like nicer products coming out for RevD. Definitely, they will. They will come out a nicer product. But like I said, RevD right now in the progression of their moving, they are actually providing RC drifters a good benefit, a nice benefit of RC drifting. And when you buy RevD products, you will of course get very huge customer support. When we have in Team RevD Malaysia, we have huge customer support. When you see like Jay Liu, he's very hands-on. He is a very talented drifter. He's a very talented uh, mechanic. He's a very talented information giver as well. So when you see James side, when you buy something, he will assist you. We will always assist the people that when you buy something new and you don't know what part is that. So we of course provide a very good customer feedback service. You guys can see right now even Takahiro Kawakami from Team RevD actually do live video talking
Yes,
about
yes.
teaching about dampers positioning, skid, toe in, toe angle, and everything. So we can see that RevD is actually a very good company that we want to share information, giving to you guys. We are not the type of people to closure any secretive things. No, of course not. But we are looking into a step where people can, enjoy and learn at the same time. So whenever we see this progress going up in the future, definitely, hopefully, you will guys will see every tournament or every place you go, you will see this RevD brand, and will of course when you start drifting, you will know this RevD brand. So we are definitely planning on taking a very good step for all of you guys. We are not looking into any bias steps, especially when if you use right now currently if you use any other chassis as well, and you have any RevD products like lower arm and knuckle servo, and the battery that recently also just that RevD have. We will be there to assist you and support you and give you the encouragement and teach you, and learn at the same time. Both of us will be learning at the same time at a good pace. And I can see a very humble and grateful captain, Minoru Aso, from Team RevD, that he has this dream and belief when it comes to RC drifting. And I am very, once again, very, very, very grateful to see this as a passion and a very burning good desire for everybody to enjoy drift in the future. Especially we were talking about 2021, 2022, 2023. You know,
Yes.
so we want this to continue to grow, and we are just talking about marginally about the RC drift market. We are just talking about everybody can enjoy drift. That is very important for us. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you for your company insight vision. I hope I hope
This is just what
RevD
I see. Yeah.
yeah, I hope RevD still not losing human touch, because
Mhm,
this is how we do it
mhm,
for the RC, right?
mhm.
So people just not buying and playing, but keep in
Right,
touch,
right,
keep service, keep
right,
teaching,
right,
sharing. It's very good, right?
right. Because when it comes to RC drifting, it's very important for us to actually teach each other. I grew up RC drifting without even knowing a single thing. until one day, someday, we have our brother Kojak, we have Cans, we have so many different people in RC community, like you, Opan. We talk about Michael, like we know, Sunny. They all, when we go to RC competition, we start learning each other in value wise as a good friendship. And we talk about, especially when we learn about settings, like I see Michael has one, he's a very good talented drifter, and I see his setup is also pretty good. We would talk about let's say we talk about somebody else like PJ Ko from Korea. He has a very good sense of setup. He has a very good sense of driving, and he will share that information given to you, so you will learn and you would share out to the next person given next. So
Yes.
I very appreciate this, and actually we can see that in the future, hopefully we will grow as a community. Nothing to be anywhere in bias. We are definitely not in bias. We are loving community, sharing loving community in RC Drift. That's the
Yes.
main goal of ReveD. So
Yes. Because I very agree with you, Ben.
yeah,
Because my principle is about more sharing is more learning, right?
right, 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 definitely more
If
sharing,
you
more
more
learning.
sharing is more learning, because
Right.
knowledge cannot be can you cannot hold the knowledge for yourself.
Right, right, right. And when
Yeah.
we talk about friends, uh, like especially when we talk about RC community itself, right? We have so many different people from different countries, and I
Right.
love that. I love that. So I hope my dream, and of course, being in this team, is to ensure you guys to get more information in the products, especially to enjoy the new products. And I hope that you guys will, of course, consider uh, getting the brand new products. And whenever you see RC Drift, you will remember these products. So I would be very happy that you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, if you guys buy something and you guys buy something from RevD and you guys learn something from there and you guys enjoy, it will be my pleasure and joy. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Me too.
Yes, yes,
Nick.
of course. Same.
Okay, Nick.
Hmm.
Can you introduce to us who is all the Malaysian team from RevD?
Okay, I will do a very quick introduction about Team RevD. So the first person that we all know is our representative director, as we call Captain. He's one
Yes.
of the most amazing person that I ever met as a mentor. And he is 15 years in RC Drift. Of course, all the team itself has an experience in RC Drift. So we call him Minoru Aso. All right.
Yes.
Second person is, of course, the director and, of course, the development of that prototype kit. So he's a little bit shy. I don't want to talk too much a little bit about him. I will come up in the upcoming video. I would actually make the whole introduction of the team. So for now, I will just give you guys a short brief. For the next person that I want to say is also the representing director and the development of that prototype. So we call him Nakamura-san. Nakamura.
Okay,
So
Nakamura-san.
right.
Yes.
And then the third person is the international management, that is Kent Ong.
Oh, Mr. Kenong is the national manager. Right.
Management. He actually
Oh,
controls,
management.
right. He actually controls the international drivers, and he of course tests the product, of course, and then he of course, because he will actually test the product when it's cold or hot, because there is in the country of Japan, it's much more cold.
Oh,
If you
yes.
realize, right? Because they got a
Yes,
spring,
yes.
and the spring is a little bit colder.
Oh,
And for our side in Malaysia, it's always summer.
hot. Yeah, we have summer too here.
Right, in
All
Indonesia.
years.
Right.
Yes.
So he would actually test and give the feedback, the differences between the cold and of course the hot as well. And he has been a fantastic person to work with. And he, of course, he is definitely working a lot and telling me, hey, Nick, work hand in hand, especially when we talk about the videos and we are talking about the product introduction in English. Yes, a lot of hand in hand. So he's a very amazing person to work with. I like that. And next we have tester and development as well, and of course our previous world champion Takahiro Kawakami.
Yes.
Very very
Takahiro Kawai,
very
yes.
handsome man. Recently,
Handsome.
uh,
Cute
yeah,
guy.
very good guy. I very it's a very good time learning from him also. He give a lot of nice lectures, especially when it comes to RevD blog or in RevD YouTube channel. Try and check them out. He give
Yes.
a lot of live feedback. Like example, like he will teach you about today. We're talking about toe. So the next
Oh
day
yeah,
we'll be
yeah.
talking about skit. So he's like the very good sharing person when it comes to RC Drift. He wants to share with everyone. And the next one we of course have as well the tester and of course the developer Mazuzaki Hayato.
Oh, you do.
Yes,
Yes.
that our very long time as well. I think champion. He's
Yes.
been quite performing in all the races. He's well known as well in that RC world. So the one thing is about Hayato Mazuzaki. He's also the tester and the final product. Of course, he wants to ensure everybody enjoys that drift. So after than him, we have Junji. We call
Oh,
him Junjun. So
Junjun.
yes, he's actually a media intro. Like he do the website and all that kind of design, all
Oh,
for RevD. So
Instagram. So
yeah,
all
for social
source
media. Yeah, he's under social media
under
in
social media. Okay.
yes, correct. So he is one of the most fun guy, very fun guy, very respectful guy as well. I very like how he's a person that he takes work seriously. At the same time, he's quite a very small, high energy, good person that he'll give you a positive vibe that we want to say.
Yes.
And last and not least, we have Hayato Yoshiba. Hayato Yoshiba is our previous two times world champion, the
World champion. Yeah, I
PS
know.
and RWD. And he has also dominated in RC Drift. And he has been a huge role in Team RevD. Especially, he's the driver for Team RevD, and at the same time, he competes in a lot of competitions. He go for a lot of competitions, and he's the very when I know him, he's a very humble type of person, and I'm very happy to see all the team such humble and laughter and happy positive people in Team RevD. So yeah.
So how about the Malaysian team?
Okay, so we talk about Malaysia team. We have team. The mainly we have is team Team RevD Malaysia. We have is the team leader Jay Liu. So Jay Liu has been 3 years in uh, going to RCDC. Recently, I write a blog about him. When it comes to setting, fantastic. He's the type of person you should go with. If you don't understand any question, he will assist you as much as he can. Because now, due to the lockdown, some people do call him, and he will assist people on the phone. He's an
Oh, by the
amazing
phone.
guy. Oh, he's an amazing
Oh,
guy. And recently, I've I've actually been inspired by him. That is a secret behind this. I've been inspired about how he drift. When I came back into RC drifting in 2016, when I started knowing him, it was 2017. I started seeing how he drift. He was a very friendly person. He was a very sharing person, and he always teaches people. And when I know him, his driving style fantastic, second to none, second to
hmm.
none. He
I
is
think I never met him, right? I think I
I'm not
never met
too
him.
sure. I think in the previous tournament you did, right? Or you
I don't
didn't?
know.
I'm not
I
too
don't,
sure.
I'm
Did
not.
you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Too many
But
Malaysian
it's
people.
he's a very kind person. That's what I can
Yeah,
say. And his driving style amazing. I admire him. I do, and I can see he has that passion right in his heart to ensure everybody enjoys drift. It doesn't
yeah,
matter uh, what what's the case or what's the issue, but he will be there to assist you and be there for you all the time. So
Okay.
that is Jay. That is Jay. Very amazing
Okay.
person.
I
And
hope to meet him soon.
oh, he definitely, and that's why the team ReveD Malaysia people actually decided to elect him as the team leader, because he has that leadership and he knows what to do, and when it comes to RC and when it comes to the experience that he has for years. So the next person that we like to talk about is James. So
Oh, James too.
James
Yeah.
Teo, yes. James Teo, you guys know him as he's one of our driver, mechanic, and organizer. So he's been a
Yes.
very fantastic organizer, and he has been a very famous body shell maker, and
Yeah.
he has been a very strong driver as well. When it comes to drifting, he has a passion. Like, let's say example, you're a beginner. I'm James. So I would share to you like, hey, why don't you get this kit, and then I will help you. And if there's any question, you can come back to me. That's James. And when it comes to body shell, second to none. Second to none. He
Yes.
is amazing. I think you guys seen my body shell recently with at Japan, right?
James is is the finest builder
Right, right,
body shell. I think
right,
in or Asian
right. And I
best
think
one.
his skill can be compared to Mackie works,
Yes, 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 yes. I agree, I agree.
because Mackie actually take time to do his work, and I very admire Mackie, because recently I in my YouTube page I just painted a body shell using can spray, and usually can spray
Mm,
is not so good, but I use the technique that Mackie teaches. It's amazing. But Mackie actually has much more time on himself, to make the body shell and everything. Same goes for James. He will, when you see the quality side by side, it will look amazing. Both of them are amazing. I love both of them.
oh,
So James, when it comes to organizing, he's also, of course, a very big organizer. I think you've been to his event in Penang. It was
yes. Last
huge.
year, right?
Yeah, I think it was
Yes.
100 or 80 contestants, I think.
I think
Or
almost there.
60, I think around that. I'm not too sure.
Because
But
from Indonesia, it's 6 people come.
yeah, yeah. And
6 or 7 come. Yeah, yeah.
Korea came in.
Korea come too.
Wow,
Yes.
it was a lot. And I was very grateful to be their MC on that day. I hope you guys did enjoy
Yes,
the
very enjoy.
the event. You know how I played with Achom with the previous one. It was funny because I want you guys to laugh. So aside talking about that, James has been a very humble guy. I very like how James decided to come into the team. And of course, we seen how he does things, and he's a very nice guy. He's a very nice guy. And then next we have Simon Ting.
Oh, Simon thing. Yeah, I know.
So Simon Ting is actually an organizer, and he's of course a driver, and he does do clean up wiring. And when it comes to soldering, I got see his couple of works. He assists a lot of beginners these days, and because beginners these days, when they want to start RC, they want to try RTR. So when they try RTR, they will usually Simon give them a idea of what you can buy, and they will actually say, oh, okay, this price, I will get it. So Simon wants to help and build the drifting community in Sarawak and Sabah. So it's a very good thing that he moved forward with this action, and he organized amazing event. The last event he organized, the D1 MGP Series 4, if I'm not mistaken, at Halim from Sabah actually won. So he's an organizer as well.
In Miri, right?
Yes,
In Miri, yeah?
I kind of forget where it is. So I
I
remember I
think
went there.
Miri.
I think, yeah,
Mm.
it's Erie. I think it is. So the only thing amazing about him, of course, he's a very strong RC drifter. The only thing, when I know him at a point standpoint, but when I want to write a blog about him, because I remember he takes trophies and win, but he rarely takes photos. That's him. That's he's the type of people, very humble, don't like to show off. I very like this kind of people. He's qualifying, when every time he goes to any tournament, he qualify very, very steady. When he we can say something like you lah, when I see you go to the competition in Surabaya, you were quite steady. He was steady, ready to
Yes.
come, and ready
But
to go.
lose.
That's
Still
him.
lose.
Like, it's like the mirror image of him. So when I look at him, when I'm on that judging table and I'm being the MC, when I look at him, he was ready, steady, and ready to go. And I like about how he concentrate in the competition, and he wants to actually, his aim and goals is to create more event for you guys. He wants
Yeah.
Indonesian, Sabah, Sarawak, and Singapore people to come there and to enjoy more RC drifting events for you guys. That's his goal, and I can see that. And we recently had a talk, and I'm very grateful that he actually do that. And I am so blessed until today that he has that mindset. That's his burning passion. And recently, he also made body shell.
Oh
Recently,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes. If you
Oh.
see his Facebook, RC Bintulu, something RC Legends Bint. I kind of forget his shop. He's also one of our distributors, especially like James. He's one of our Malaysian ReveD distributor in Sarawak. So he recently made a body shell. It was beautiful. He did make one body shell for me. If you guys want to check out his Facebook page, it was a beautiful body shell by Harley Quinn. And there's
Oh, you know, I heard the, yeah,
right,
Harlequin motif, right?
right, and there's a GTR, and
Yeah,
he
GTRS,
right.
yes.
At the same time, he asked me a question like, Nick, what do you like? I say I like Harley Quinn. So he said, wow, okay. So the next
Yeah.
thing is he closed the phone, he did the body shell, and when I look at it and the picture that he take and sent to me, I was so grateful that he has that talent as well, as he wants to be. He of course wants to show people that I can do body shell. If you don't have if because a lot not everybody can go to Penang because we are in KL, so it's
Yes.
quite easy to send the body shell, but if in Sarawak it's so difficult to send
Going
items to
to
Penang, and then
Penang.
after
Yes.
once send back, it takes another 1-2 weeks again. So
Yeah.
he decided to help the community there and build and use his effort and time to build that body shell. So if you guys are nearby Sarawak, Sabah, check him out. Very, very support him. I think he's getting there into being a body shell maker. And last and not least, we want to talk about Zali from
Oh.
JBD. He is organizer, fantastic organizer, always held event in Johor Bahru. So we have different organizers now. We have one in Penang,
Okay.
one in Sarawak, one in JB, and one in KL.
Oh, I said you.
Right, right. So it's so amazing that all these people comes into our life, and Zali is a strong RC drifter, very strong. When I written on that blog, he is so talented RC drifter. He is the person that goes to any event, he can smile. He likes to smile, have a good time. He likes to assist people, beginner in Johor. He likes to help. Even you are in another, let's say he goes to TDC and then you got a problem with your car, and then suddenly Zali was there, and then Zali will ask you. Let's say you ask help from him, right? He will come
Yes.
to you, and then he will come to you, and he will actually help you and say, hey, okay, this is my opinion. How about you? What about your anchorman? Change it a little bit, much more parallel, parallel, and
Yes.
you will drive fine in this track. He'll give opinions, ideas. He will help you out, and he really shown his skills. And when it comes to drifter, of course, when the last 2 years he went to TDC, and he went for trial cup, and
Okay. Oh, you won. Here, here, I know.
his
You
performance
won.
he shows he was a great drifter. I appreciate every drifter in TDC, especially. We have so many amazing drifters around the world, and I appreciate everyone. But when I see Zali, he's such focus, determination, and talent. We are so happy to have him to be in Team RevD. We are, of course, not saying the stronger team and driver. No, we are not looking about that. We are talking about the passion, the smile, and the positive expression when it comes out to a person, you know, like how I see you, you're so positive.
Yes.
I'm so positive back, you know, and I like that kind of conversation when I had with you, and I had a conversation with anybody else that has all the positive. And every RC drifter in around the world, I know they are very positive, and I can feel that. I can feel that honestly. And I,
Yes.
when I first time I met Indonesian drifters, oh my god, you guys are amazing. You guys are, oh my god, you guys blew my mind. Like, you guys have the talent, you guys have the passion, you guys have the love, the drive towards RC drift, and you guys are so positive. Hello, come and eat. You know, hey, you want to eat? Have you eaten? I think
Yes.
guys so loving family towards me, and I appreciate that every step of the way. Thank you to even everyone, even when we talk about Korean, you know, when we see each other, we shake our
Yes.
hands. Hey brother, long time no see. You know, especially Japanese people, they're our Japanese family. You know, when we see them, you know, they will say "Ohayo gozaimasu." You
Jose
know,
Gomez.
yeah, and we learn so much from every different people from different part of the world. I love that. I really love that. So that's all about Zali, and that's what Zali actually shares: the passion of love and the burning passion. And everybody in Team RevD Malaysia, they are very passionate, and very loving to a person that wants to start RC Drift. And we will be there no matter whatever it is, every to guide you every step of the way. So yeah.
Yes, nice. Hoping all the best for your team, Nick.
I'm actually very grateful, actually really very grateful, get to work hand in hand with Team RevD, and get to work hand in hand especially with Team RevD Malaysia, because the main thing about Team RevD Malaysia, why we opened that YouTube page and that Facebook, is to whatever vlogs, or video that I come out, it's easy for you guys to understand. So whenever I get the feedback and information, let's say I tested something, and then I ensure that feedback is real, then only I can spread that information, the true information towards you guys. That's very important for information giver, you know, as my role.
Yes.
And I'm very very grateful that I get to shoot videos every single day. I love that. I felt that I fell in love with the camera. I fell in love with the MC. I fell in love with the information that I get to learn and experience at the same time. So I like that. I like that a lot. And Team RevD Malaysia has been fantastic to me. They have been treating me very well. They've been helping me with the progress in giving me information. Like Nick, we have example, like last couple of months back, before the servo just launched, they said, hey Nick, we have that servo, we would like you to come in and make a video, is it okay? So I would actually, you know, collaborate with them and make that video. And uh, all the video will be reviewed and feedback, and ensure you guys to get the good and correct information for everyone. So it's very important for everyone that purchase RevD items. So yeah.
Yeah. I hope I
My
can
bad.
collaborate with you next event.
Sure, sure, sure. So, is there
Oh,
any more questions?
oh, I think already 1 hour and 20 seconds. Oh,
Right, right.
okay, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to you. Nice,
Right,
very,
right,
very nice talking with you. And we
right,
say thank you to all the who watching.
right,
Ricky Dayo from Surabaya just joined. Drift Society,
right,
Sony,
right,
Opan, Ken, Nuzul.
right,
This is 123 Kan One. I think he from
right,
Philippines.
right,
He from
right.
Philippines.
So I would like to say something before the interview is over, you know, and
Yes.
we had a very nice chat. I want to give a huge shout out to Albert, right outside you guys right now. Tune into his YouTube channel. Me and Albert goes a long way back. We used to share information in Yatabe about the damper Exxon Springs. And I
Yes.
was surprised because I use it, and then suddenly he used it. But I'm very grateful because every step of the way, if I get to share information with you guys, I'm very very grateful and happy. So stay tuned for his YouTube page. It's very amazing what job he does. And I would really want to congrats him on his hard work. Definitely thank you for interviewing me today. And
Yeah.
I want to thank every one of you guys out there for if you guys did purchase ReveD parts, or you guys haven't stayed tuned yet to ReveD parts, please do so. We will try our best to give you the best information. We will try our best to assist you, and we will want to do our best to make you enjoy drift in the future. And I really, really am grateful for everyone that's tuning in today. Especially, I hope you guys did enjoy the broadcasting interview, some sort like that, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I really, really am blessed because I get to know every one of you guys, and I'm so thankful today that I get to sit here and see Albert is healthy. You know,
Yes. Thank you very much.
I'm so happy that I get to call so many people and say, are you okay, are you okay? You know, I just want to make sure that all my friends are safe, and no matter which part of the world you are, and no matter how difficult times are, I would want to say something. And from Team ReveD, we want to say, um, stay home, save life, of course. If you guys are in the lockdown, stay strong. We are all with you, and especially RCDrift community, we are all with you. And we would want you to, be safe and ensure yourself to make sure you don't take a habit and go out. Try and obey the law. Like in Malaysia, we have the law, and we would try our best in the future to assist you more with RevD. We will try our best, much more harder to assist you and give you the best things in the upcoming future. So, of course, look forward to it. Definitely
Yes.
look forward. Yeah,
I'm
good.
looking forward for your next event. Actually.
Right, right. For the next event, we are planning it to be next year. For us, because we want to ensure the percentage of us not being, because you see, if for my side, if our percentage is 80% cured, that 20% itself, we are it's still a high risk there. There's still a risk. So we want to ensure the next year that everybody is clear up of this COVID-19 mind and the
Yes.
lockdown and all that, so we can go out, have this competition and enjoy. So we are planning next year to do that is our plan. The plan is next year actually, but if there is any updates, I will update you guys on the Facebook. You guys can check out Team ReveD Malaysia's page or my Facebook page. You guys can check out if I've update the any latest plan. But for now, our plan that I've discussed with Team ReveD Malaysia, the tournaments will all be held next year. Until we want to
Okay.
make sure everybody is safe, we
If
want to make
yes.
sure everybody is happy, and we want to make sure everybody is going to enjoy the event. And the event is going to be the same event that I hope I write this year. It's the RevD challenge. So
Okay.
hopefully, we will still get to. But this is not any confirmation about the RevD challenge. But we will still discuss more between the Team RevD and of course Team RevD Malaysia. We will try to communicate more with Team RevD. Definitely.
Okay.
Hmm.
For further info, we can visit the website
Right.
page,
Right.
Instagram of the
Right.
Team RevD, right?
Right. So recently, did you? I have a question for you. Did you recently
Yeah.
check out the last video about the Team RevD Malaysia's last video regarding the sneak peek?
The last sneak peek, I think the rear lower arm, but it's
No, no, no.
blurry, right?
So check out
Oh,
the latest one. There
okay.
is a sneak peek of a prototype conversion kit by RevD. Check that out. If you guys haven't checked that out, please do. Team RevD Malaysia has that video, the latest one. So have we are still going to post a new video every single week. We try our best, but for the latest sneak peek one, there's a lot of people actually information asking when is it out, when is it out, when is it out. Guys, since I'm in broadcasting, I want to say something. I cannot give you the information. I hope to, but I could not. So stay tuned and wait for the product. Just wait. Wait for the amazing product that's going to be coming out soon. So yeah.
Okay. later I will put on my description under the video with
Right.
the link of the video, the
Right.
website. So
Right.
anyone watching this can follow the information.
Right. So for the last thing, talking about the website, okay, guys, website recently there's an issue purchasing. So there is so much because due to the website now, our IT development person in Team ReveD Malaysia is actually handling the website issue. Number one, because of the domain, we don't know why it's still not going through after registering. Second, about the payment. So we are trying our very best to assist you guys. If you guys buy anything, there's an email. There's a ReveD Racing. That's actually the company for Team ReveD Malaysia to assist you. So if you want to buy anything, just email that email at that link in the website, and you guys can buy anything, and we will ship it to you. But it's only applicable for Malaysia.
Okay, for Malaysian only.
Only Malaysia.
If
Sabah,
Indonesia,
Sarawak, okay. Indonesia,
and,
Singapore, unfortunately, we are not. They don't do Singapore and Indonesia.
oh, so just look for your local distributor store,
So
right?
right. So if let's say you guys want to buy something, let's say this item, you just write down the list on that website, on that email, write that email with the list, and then send that email. Our crew team members that is in Team ReveD Malaysia will assist you. They will package it up, but then we will create an invoice and we will give the receipt. We will give you a receipt, and of course you will send the payment, and we will blah blah blah. Very easy way to do, because I apologize ahead because of the website has a little bit technical issues. So yeah, that's the problem there.
Okay. Thank you
Mhm.
very much, Nick.
Right. Thank you.
Very nice talking to you. It's almost 2 hours we're talking.
Oh, that is
Oh,
right. Actually, wow.
yes, 90 minutes still gone, but very, very.
Mhm.
Uh, please thank you. Send my regard to Malaysian team.
Oh, we'll do. We'll do.
Uh, to anyone in Malaysia,
Right.
not only
Right.
the ReveD. And
Right. Right. Of course. Of course.
please send my regard to Asusan to give a permit for this interview for me.
So far, I actually, before we go into this interview, I've actually discussed this, and um, they were very open-minded, and they were saying, sure, why not? Because this is when it comes to RC, they are very grateful to share and give a very nice, understanding feedback towards every one of you guys. So they are not against about anything. No, they are never against about anything. Definitely never. So we
Yes,
hope
I know.
in the future, for every one of you guys, we look forward in the future. If you guys buy any RevD things, please do contact Team RevD, or if you guys are in Indonesia, Team RevD Indonesia, I guess, right?
Yes, the local store
So,
Indonesia.
right, and
Uh,
Singapore or Malaysia or different part, they have Team RevD to people there to assist you. So stay tuned for the products. It's gonna be
okay.
amazing.
Thank you very much, Nick,
Yep.
and thank you for all watching this
Right.
live.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. See you next event, Nick.
Right. Hopefully, if everything goes well. So I wish you guys safe journey, and I love you guys very much. Hope you guys keep in contact, and I think we will have more Facebook contacts,
Yes.
right? And then
Okay.
maybe
Keep
if you
safe.
like, we can do more like this.
Okay. See you. Bye.
Bye bye.